And our topic today, because we've been talking about the Broncos possibly being the best defense in the NFL this year, let's talk about the 6 best defenses.
It would be better to say, who's a better singer, Billy Joel or Joel Klatt?
The 6 best defenses in NFL history. Kiz, you go first.
Number 6, because I love you, Denver, the 77 Broncos. They had a washed-up quarterback in 77. His name was Peyton Manning. Craig Morton. But the Broncos defense took him to the Super Bowl. Number 5, you don't really think of the Green Bay Packers as a great defensive team. We talk about Bart Starr, Jimmy Taylor, the offensive line. But the 62 Packers, that's why they won the championship. Number 4, team that didn't win the Super Bowl, matter of fact, lost the Super Bowl, but Alan Page, because I'm a little domer, is my favorite football player of all time. I'll go with the Purple People Eaters, 1969 Vikings. Number 3, needs no explanation, Super Bowl shuffle, 85 Bears. Number 2, a team that Woody and I saw up close and personal on a frigid day in Baltimore, the 2000 Ravens. And number 1, absolutely, positively the best defense I ever saw was the 1976 Pittsburgh Steelers. And when I was thinking about this, I looked up a great stat that I had forgotten. The Steelers, the Steel Curtain, Mean Joe Green and the gang, won the Super Bowl with their 75 team. They came back the next year in 76. They started 1-4. Terry Bradshaw got hurt. The incomparable Mike Kruzik was their quarterback for 6 games. He started 6 games. His record was 6-0, Mike Kruzik. You know how many touchdown passes he threw in that 6 games?
3.
0.
Seriously?
0.
Wow.
And the Steelers were so good on defense, it didn't matter. Did they win the Super Bowl that year? No. But over the last 10 or 12 games, they gave up 3 points a game. And that's the best defense I've ever seen in the NFL.
That's a good list. I got a few of those on my list as well. My pick 6. 6 best defenses of all time in the NFL. Number 6 is the 1969 Kansas City Chiefs. 3 Hall of Famers. They're just a great team. Number 5, the 1971 Minnesota Vikings.
Same group
who had
of guys.
The Purple People Eaters, and they had Paul Krause at safety, and he still holds the record for most interceptions in an NFL career. Number 4, I've got the Ravens. I don't think I need to say more. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, etc. Rod Woodson, who was phenomenal that year. All right. Number 3, the 1976 Steelers.
Yeah,
I think
baby.
the Steelers that year gave up something like 20 points in the playoffs in 3 games. Something
After
like that.
week 5, I think they gave up 2 touchdowns until the AFC
Something
Championship
amazing.
game.
Number 2, the most dominating and most feared defense of all time, the 85 Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
The 46 defense, Buddy Ryan, crazy man who blitzed you all day long.
The Bears.
People feared those Bears teams. And the number 1 defense in NFL history are the guys who defended O.J. Simpson in his murder trial. Johnny Cochran, Robert Shapiro, F. Lee Bailey, Alan Dershowitz, Kardashian, etc. Best defense in NFL history. They got a murderer off.
Wow.
That was not about the defense. That was about the offense. That was the worst prosecuted.
That's true. It was a bad offense.
In the history
But
of the
the
world.
defense shut them down.
Oh, here, try the glove on. How did that work out for you? I'm going to forget you can put down what I put down here, but what I decided after I sent this in this morning, that you can't be a great defense if you don't have a nickname.
Oh, okay. That works.
Yeah, fearsome foursome.
Purple People Eaters.
You can keep putting this
That's
up.
the Rams.
The fearsome foursome, yeah. Purple People Eaters. Is there a better nickname in history than that?
Doomsday Defense?
Doomsday Defense. So I've got all of those. You could just spin them by. Doomsday Defense. Orange Crush. And I have a personal affinity for
Steel
that.
Curtain.
Well, that's why
Yeah.
you're stealing my stuff.
Oh, I didn't know if you had it down on
I had to
this.
have Orange Crush on there because
Number 4 is Orange
I
Crush.
know the guy personally that came up with the nickname Orange Crush. And
You are? Can I
know
have your
him.
autograph?
Yeah. So, fearsome foursome, Doomsday Defense,
Yep.
Steel Curtain. I once interviewed a player before a game, an exhibition in Memphis, and I said, how does it feel to be a member of the Steel Curtain? And he said, it's a lot better than being down here behind the Cotton Curtain. And I thought that was one of the great quotes of all time. Being black and being in the South during that period of time. Orange Crush. And what's interesting, the 85 Bears, you said that, they didn't really have a nickname. They had a song, but nobody called them. They weren't.
They just called it the 46 defense.
Yeah, but that wasn't the nickname. They weren't the monsters of the Midway like the old days. So that's what they were missing was monsters of the Midway. I think you have to have a great nickname.
Well, what are the Dolphins?
Killer Bees?
No,
No name defense.
No,
The
name defense.
yes,
I
right.
was going there. They're one of my 73 Dolphins. They had, everybody remembers the offense. You had Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, but that no name defense because it didn't have a name. So
Nick
that would be-
Bonicani.
So Steel Curtain, Doomsday Defense, Orange Crush, Purple People Eaters, no name defense, and what did I leave out that I said? Purple People Eaters. So those are the best defenses because they had the greatest names. So the Bears aren't on my list, my final list, because they didn't have a nickname.
That's the
and
flaw
you're from
in your
Chicago.
that's the flaw in
so
your
there's
list.
The Bears.
That was a problem. The Bears.
Do I have time to ask one more question, Jimmy?
Sure.
Well, it's got to be really, really quick.
Okay. Was the Orange Crush defense one of the greatest defenses of all time?
Sure. Oh yeah. They had a goal of giving up. Joe Collier was. They had it in the meeting room, 17 points or less. You go back and look at 1977. How many times they met that goal?